Good morning, welcome back to the channel. My name is Just Meek on deck, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a book that I received, the Postmodern Pilgrim's Progress. You remember the old book Pilgrim's Progress by Paul Bunyan? Well, this is today's version. And I must say, this is a fast read, and it is a good book, and it is relevant for the times that we are living in today. Just to give you an example, and some encouragement, if you are trying to witness to people, and they seem to not be listening, but we know that this is going to happen because the word says the gospel shall go out unto all the world. But guess what? All the world is not going to be saved, because at the end of the day, God has given us, freedom of choice. We can choose to follow him or not. And just to piggyback on that, chapter 4 that is entitled Cheese, Ale, and Meteors. The main character has ended up in this place on this particular planet. It is the end of days. Fire and brimstone is raining down from heaven, and the people of the town seem to be oblivious to what is going on. The only thing they care about is the cheese, ale, and and meteors. That's what he called it, meteors. Cheese, ale, and meteors. The cheese seems to have a numbing effect on the people's minds, to where they are unaware that they are living in the time of destruction, and it's happening before their very eyes. It's almost like the movie Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, when he went to the one hotel, I can't remember what it was, which hotel it was in Vegas, but remember when they were like, have another lotus flower, and that one guy had been there for, it was since like, I don't know, the 80s, and he was playing that pinball machine, just completely lost track of time. Well, that's how it is in this town, because these people, they don't even care about what's going on. They don't even care to be saved, so he finds himself running through this town, trying to warn these people of the impending doom, trying to get them to get out of this city, the city of destruction. And they're looking at him. They can't see what he sees. Their eyes are closed. He's telling them that it's raining down meteors, and it's really not meteors. It's fire and brimstone that God is raining down from heaven. Like, these people, time is up. And he's running through this town, waving people, hey, we have to leave, these meteors are coming, and you have craters all on the ground, houses burning in the distance, and and they basically, like, they can't see what he sees. So eventually, after crying and trying to reach these people and seeing that he's getting nowhere, he eventually has to run and leave the city. And once he leaves, he ends up being approached by one character. Out of all those people in the city, one person made it out, and his name was Radical. And Radical told him, as Ryan was running through the city, yelling to them about what was taking place, and the people could not see it, Radical said the more he tried to listen to what Ryan was saying, he began to see glimpses and flashes of what he was talking about. He couldn't quite make out the meteors, but he started seeing things, you know, his life flashing before his eyes. All these things you hear people talk about when they have a near-death experience. So they end up talking and begin to take this journey to the Golden City. Like Christian in the Pilgrim's Progress was trying to get to the Celestial City, Ryan is trying to get to the Golden City to get to the King, which is God. Well, I don't want to spoil the book in case you want to read it, but I just wanted to share that little tidbit and to give you some encouragement. And at the beginning of each chapter, they have little quotes from various authors. And at the beginning of chapter 4, they have a quote from Ray Bradbury. And it's from Fahrenheit 451. This quote is actually from a movie, and this is what he said. He says, "But you can't make people listen. They have to come round in their own time, wondering what happened and why the world blew up around them." Just like now, let's take for instance when Trump was telling everybody during the campaign debate for the 2020 election exactly point by point what Biden was going to do. He said he was going to put you back into the Paris Climate Accord. He was going to take your guns. You know, the gas prices was going to shoot up and all of these things. And of course the left, oh, Trump is a liar. Trump is always making up stuff and just saying all these outrageous things. Now everything that Trump has said has come to pass. What are we looking at? Gas. Well, for me in the state of Texas, I was actually able to get gas from for $4.30 yesterday. And also here, speaking on a red state point of view, now things are still thriving here in Texas. Everybody want to move to Texas, or everybody want to move to Florida. All the people that voted for this horrible condition that we are in, they are leaving these blue states in droves, and they are coming to the red states. And I just hope these people wake up and realize and make the connection that their choices have put them in the predicament that they are in. Like, do not take what you have done that has caused your state to be ruined and then come to these other states and then vote for the same policies. Like, wake up and realize what you're doing, especially my brothers and sisters in the black community. They always want to get you on that push that racial racial injustice, and you know, these people are racist, they not for you. Don't fall for it. Stop falling for that. You need to start voting for what's going to benefit you the best. Voting for what's going to benefit you and your family. Like, black people need school choice. We need to get our kids out of these poor school systems that you cannot escape in these blue states. Look at how they got you trapped inside of that system and will not give you a school voucher. Why? Because the teachers union pays so much into this Democratic campaign that they push their policies. They're not working for us. They're working for those people that put money into those campaigns. And now, on a bigger scale, these people are working for the people behind the scenes pulling the strings. But anyway, back to this book. This is what it looks like. This is by Kyle Mann and Joel Berry. This is a must read. This is a very good book. I got this book maybe 2 days ago, and I wanted to take my time, but as you can see, I only got like 50 pages left. I'm almost done. It's a page turner, and it just causes you to relate to what the word says and what's going on with today. And I'm just going to mention one more thing in the book, and then that's how I'm going to end it. There is one section in this book, I believe it was called The Fence. As they were traveling, these people wanted to remove this fence. They didn't know why they wanted to remove the fence. They were just out there protesting. you know, because they felt like it restricted them. And when Ryan and another character, Faith, tried to talk to the people and ask them why they wanted to remove the fence, they started attacking them. They got a beat down, which is kind of like today when you talk to these people in these BLM riots and you try to reason with them. You see a lot of people leaving out of there bloody and beat and running for their life. But anyway, in the book, these people finally achieve their goal. The fence finally falls down. But lo and behold, when that fence falls down, here comes a man-eating wild, I don't know what it was, bull, boar, that was just tearing through them. I mean, it was gory. It was blood and guts everywhere. You know, that's why that fence was there. Now let's bring it back to the spiritual realm. God has the 10 Commandments for a reason. God has given us his word for a reason, because that is our manual, our guidebook on this earth. This earth is going to be remade, a new heaven and a new earth. You might say we are living in the times where this earth, this, what they call it in the book, the dying lands, the city of destructions in all these different states is coming to an end. But God has given us a book to guide us. We're all traveling on this same road. Whether you decided to put God out of your mind and start following all these weird things, Buddhism, you know, shamanism, you're spiritual, you into these crystals, and that burning of that little stick, I can't think of what it is right now, but you know what I'm talking about. They always do when they like, oh, I'm trying to clear this bad energy out. You know, burning sage and all that type of stuff. You can do all of that, but at the end of the day, what does that do for your soul? When you run into trouble, who do you call out to? Do you call out to God? Do you call out to Jesus? Do you call out to your Creator, the one who had formed you and shaped you in His image? What do you do in those situations? See how the devil have you? He'll have you lost. You know, you'll be burning sage, but that sage is not going to save you at the end of the day. That's how I'm going to end it, my friends. And I will see you on the next one. And I hope you were able to glean something from what I shared with you today. Until the next time, my friends, be blessed, be safe, because it is a wicked, wicked world out there. Peace.